Alright, so trying to climb using my item lock, and we'll see how this goes. I did a couple of games in one already. Thing to note, game still buggy, Luminous engine not working, so I can't really use that deck to climb. Me and Moki Loki deck. And the Mega Evolution cards not having much effects. Iron Thorns isn't the best bet. We're using item lock because this seems to work very well against everything else. So we'll see. Arg Manarnar. This is tough start, possible dunk if they are playing poison. So that's a whole ass problem. But most people playing this rock deck and or the grass deck, so is a lot of bullshit to go through, but you'll see. Again, the item lock actually holding back a lot of things, so we're not all too frightened about it. It's just a difficult matchup all around. So we'll see how this goes. That's for the free retreat, or for the attack next turn. Let's see what we can do. Alright. We'll use this to bring back this guy. Put energy on him. We don't want them to get any more searches. And we set up for next turn already. But what we want would be insurance, and they will want to evolve next turn. Let's get some wrenches in that plan. And with this, let's see. Nice, you don't want that happening at all. Professor's research and a power boost. You're not doing that. So you can still research for sure and go into one of the evolutions there. But we'll see, because we still have a bit of recovery here to bring it back in case he does boss it up. And we're not really worried. We're still relatively safe. Because the best bet is to take out the Budew. There we go. As expected. Get that out. 1-for-1 trade. Again, we know he has that Professor's Research in hand. So we're going about this in nice. This is even better for us. So the Professor's Research would get him 7 cards. We don't want him to have 7 cards. I'm much rather him have 5, because he's going to lose his hand anyway. But it gives us access to a bit more cards to use, so we'll take that. Alright, we're not going to waste this because we need that for later. We'll get a clean knockout with this, so let's go. We'll not bring back this. We don't want to give him a boss out of a perfect lock. Nice. 5 cards. Take a look at his hand. Alright, so Professor's Research, or you know the bet. So let's you know what, let's do it this way. Because he did take a knockout last turn. Well, I can't. Take 3 cards, and that will encourage him to actually use the Iono over anything else, and take that full knockout on that. So now he doesn't have a attacker to give. It makes things a lot easier for us, because now the only thing you can do is use the there you go. That's an easy win. Easy win. Alright, give me a second. Again, we're adjusting the settings on OBS here. This is my first time using this streaming software, so I am not all too familiar with it. Alright, cool. We have a good connection. It's just telling me that the stream bitrate is quite low. That's fine. Don't worry about that. As long as you can see, we cool. So I'll keep an eye on that and make sure it stays in the good range. Alright, let's keep going. You go out of Greninja there. Oh, just short to water Greninja. So from this set, I am dreading the grass matchups because those grass matchups are insane. The Teal Mask, Hogapon into the Hydropolex. Crazy work, crazy work. And on top of that, Prism Engine isn't working, so my bulkiest deck isn't of much use right now. So I left with this. I have the Kangaskhan, which is pretty good. Again, middle of the road. And I'm trying to work on a couple other builds. I don't have any of the megas I want in 4 copies yet, so I can't really build those. I do have 6 Gardevoir EX Mega, but we're not fucking playing that shit. So, fuck that. Maths don't make sense. We playing 4 out, we draw 3, playing 3 up, we draw 2. Because, of course. Alright, these are hot deuce, boy. They are hot deuce. We need to draw Arven, Nestball, any other Pokemon. So, Matt's in our favor for the most part, but we'll see. Shit, the boss don't want to do anything. Yeah. If he has a fire engine loaded, we fucked. A Squawk. Okay, we can deal with a Squawk. We can deal with a Squawk. I am not sure what you're going after. Okay. Alright, that's fine. We can deal with that. That's a 2 retreat. So, game plan. We have to grab this, because retreat cost is still 1, but 2 energy attack versus 1 energy attack. We don't want them bringing back energy and that sort of thing. And we have to hope. Oh, there you go. Okay, cool. That'll be fine. I was a little worried there, but we get some escape measures. Let's see what he has in hand. Genesect, definitely in bottom. And he has a boss. And the fire energy. Okay, so he can try and boss and stickers. So how about bring this guy up and wait on him, because I very much see him retreating and killing our Pokemon. So then we send energy to retreat and kill it, and boss and try and stick us. If he doesn't boss, then it's going to go to waste. There we go. So that's a retreat. If he uses the boss, he's actually going to lose a card. Nice. So there we go. Take that prize. Our only issue, however, is if we don't draw an energy. Okay? So I think we good there. Then lose that boss in hand. We have nothing of consequence. Any energy. There we go. That's actually pretty good. So put that down. Knock that out. Pull something out of the deck. We actually want the Relicanth because we pretty much just making sure we middle of the road good. Draw 3 cards. Turn down. And here's the thing. We're not going to get a knockout on this because it's going to resist damage by I believe how much? Oh, stage 1. Okay, so that not won't work. We'll take that full knockout on it then. I thought that was just damage in general, but apparently stage 1. Okay. Nice. So we both at 1-1, so no counter catcher. I can't counter catcher either way because no items. We have this to load on him. I'll keep our item lock going. Right, boss, we put his boss at bottom of his deck, so that boss is not really there. There we go. Again, doesn't really matter. We just want to get to that. That's what his main attacker is. So let's look and see if we can find a boss. No boss, that's fine. What you would get though is this here. So fully locked. And this will be 160. So that'll give us our 2 prizes and keep our lock going. Nice. So we're down to 3 prizes. And we basically have a... Wow, we had 2 of those prized. Damn, alright. I didn't want to look through deck before because I just wanted to get this thing off. But that's a severe misplay on my part. I should have looked through deck fully and properly. Alright, so with that he's actually taking his items. Fighting for his life. Fighting for his life. But again, that's a boss going. That's the only way they have out of this. We have the evolution and stuff, so I'm not all too worried about it. Let's look at how much energy engraved. That is 3 and 4, 7, 9. 9 by 12 is 180. That's 220. So you will get this. Alright, that's fine. We're not too worried about that. So here is the coup de grace. Let's see what we get on top there. Oh, there's a boss. Okay, that's fine. We'll use that later. But what we do actually want is take out this card. We don't want him to have as much cards in hand because he will get some power there. Almost like he'll discard some energy and other stuff. We're not afraid of the one shot. We're more so afraid of the crackback. Come on, it's just 2 cards. Don't know why it takes so long to make plays. Anyway, how y'all doing? What you up to? We just trying to get our practice into streaming and seeing how well that goes and gauge people interest in that. Alright, so now if he does try to take the kill, he's going to knock himself out, put us on 1 prize, and also keep himself locked in. His only out is a boss, so if he doesn't draw the boss, he's screwed. He could add as much energy as he needs, because the one shot going to put him on... Wow, that's actually pretty clutch there. Quite unfortunate though, because now we guaranteed win. Blam blam, you're on 1 prize, we are on 3, so we just going to completely hose this guy. We don't want to bring back. Put this on him, and let's deal with that hand right away. So he goes to 1, we go to 3. So he has no means of attack. Beautiful there, we have ING, we have a way to get to our evolution, and this is a full knockout. Bam, 1 prize remaining, and we are set for our last turn. So, there we go. Chestnut checkers. Was that 1 card remaining in your hand, big dog? Because even by attacking our Jellicent, you'll be fucking yourself. You use your 2 bosses. So now you have no way of using items or recovery. So all items and tools in the deck is completely useless. So any items or tools drawn are dead cards. The only thing left is a supporter. And if there's a boss in hand, that means it leaves you with one other thing. Professor's Research. That's actually a pretty clutch 1 card draw. But that means I can force out my Pokemon. So that's about it. Any touch Jellicent kills whatever you have there. I need 2 turns to evolve that Charcadet into Ceruledge, so I get in my attack off regardless. So we'll see how those things looking. What did I put on there? That's a Legacy Energy. Okay. Well, let's just do proper plays, even though you already win. Look at his hand. Let's just like again. Let's see. Alright, so he does have some valid moves there. Bim bim. Evolve up. We are not going to misplay. What happened to my energy? I placed an energy, I misplayed. Wow, what are the fucking chances of that? What are the fucking chances of that? So he's going to try and retreat into that thing. So it's a 20. So regardless of the option of bossing out, he has no items to use. He's still locked out of tools, so let's see what he does. Because the redrawing into the boss is, I guess, the option he's looking for. Yeah, definitely trying to redraw into your boss, but retreating into that. So here's the thing. We have engraved. We are actually just going to not kill it directly. 20. Because we also have things we could draw into. And I think that's his win there. Fucking misplayed. I don't know what I put on this instead of using more thing energy. Yeah, that was an easy win there. We fucked up. And that's why like I keep practicing, because I cause a habit like screwing a lot of my games up. Because that was a perfect win there. I didn't need to do anything. I just need to put attach engine attack, and I fucked that up. So let's keep going. Let's keep going. I think the reward's going to reset in like 10 minutes. So we'll check what challenge we got there, and then we'll move along. Unfortunate. And that was a really shit start too, and we actually had the win, and I absolute shit the bed there. Most people taking the go first because they want to actually evolve their Mega Pokemon as quick as possible. I don't mind, because that allows us to do the item lock early, as I said, and it'll keep us going. So see what you have. No B6, so they'll get a 1 mulligan. But again, we have Ionos, even the hands, and we have 0-6. So we can always 0-6 and make him lose his hand if we get another with our draw there. But oh well, let's see. It's about 20 minutes into the stream. I believe we'll keep the stream a bit lower. So we'll only do maybe an hour stream today and see how far we reach. Could do around 20 minutes, you know, but actually I think I should do around 20 minutes. We're keeping this in hand because we don't want them to know in case they are playing Dragapult. We definitely going to Iono. Like definitely going to Iono, but we'll take a look first. Depending on what they're playing. Cause this fucking deck, God. Okay, it's definitely Iono in because they're going to just go off this turn. Hopefully we could stop them from actually getting anything good. But if they reduce their hand enough, we will keep that Iono. Definitely. Shit, alright. 2 Chikorritas. They don't stack, by the way. The Chikorita evolves into Meganium, which makes their grass energy double. So, keep out of the deck. I don't want to search for 2. Excuse me. But we'll see. Double grass energy. So, alright, so already see on next play, on next turn play, we will have to, oh that's nice, so we go in here, move that up, we move this up, we will look at this, we already know what the deck contains, so we're not going to look at his hand, because we're going to lose it anyway. We'll keep it though, because we actually want to use that later in the game. So let's make him lose that hand because he kept a bunch of cards. Bottom those. Nice. So, not the worst. We will take a Frigid on the Fez. Take a hammer. Get one of those grass energies off. Beautiful. That means that he'll have to manually attach one. And let's go. We'll bring this guy here. So even if we evolve next turn, we'll be able to fully item lock and not worry about like consequences. So there we go. Now he has 2 no rare candy, but again they are using that grass stadium that makes them double evolve. Super irritating. Let's see. Because now they do rely on rare candy, so that's why this is one of the tough matches for me. The only thing is, they do rely on a lot of items, so if we could actually not let them get bug catch and set and that kind of stuff, they won't be able to find the grass energy or the grass Pokemon. Because they're also using like Earth and Seal Vessels and a few other things, but they are also running things that sit directly for the big Pokemon, like Clavel and Brock and stuff, so, oh nice. So, I will actually take this for sure. Evolve, bing, bang, nice. So now we have a full lock here. We'll put this one on him because we're trying to keep that energy cost good, and we'll do another item lock there. So we're making sure that the item lock permanently in. And now we are 200 damage with the explosive energy, so that is good enough. Because again, remember what we're aiming for here is to just have enough damage. Beautiful. Let's see that hand and let's make sure you're not getting played. Rare candy. Wow, there's a verdant. Okay. So we see what they have left. Let's again item lock. So even with our boss, there's no way out of this. So all those cards are dead cards, and we're going to knock this out during next turn. Because again, if he draws a boss, it would have put us in a very shit position by using the attack. Nice. So now he could possibly boss out of it. Possibly. But we're going to have a nice setup for the following turns. Because now, for sure, we have a dual lock, and we'll take our knockout now. So if he has the boss, he could get out of it. But by using the boss, it locks him up from using any of his other supporters. So he has the option to use items, but he has to waste his supporter, or he will have to evolve up manually and then try to save up for explosive turn. And again, he can recover those grass energy that lost because it's item lock. That Verdant feeling in his hand is something I'm worried about. Surrender, nice. We'll take that. We'll definitely take that. And that's what we have to play very carefully, and looking at their hand is a very good feature with this deck. So I'm thinking about testing streaming at night and in the day. So this is during the day testing and nobody really on, but we'll do a bit of testing on the night stuff. So let's see, and I'll review the stream after and see how it looks. I'm not sure if it looks choppy or not. But who knows? We're seeing a lower bit rate in the stream. We have to increase the speed of the internet, but we'll say about that a bit later. I think the stream record is like 10 days. If I'm not doing anything, I guess I could attempt to make that stream record. But we'll see. We'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes. Alright, so again, the deck is pretty simple and very consistent. We know what the meta is, you take a good idea of it, you're trying to keep them off the items while managing your own resources. So okay, first turn, he's going to try and discard those energies as fast as possible, use out his items, and just keep things up. So now it's going to be a Ultra Ball most likely. There we go. So said, so done. Looking for, not sure what that is. So let's see. There we go. Actually done. Sometimes I feel bad, sometimes I don't, because I see the plays getting set up and I just go, okay, you think that'll work? No, we're not doing that. We're not doing that, boss. Let's go. What we actually want again is the Relicanth, because that makes sure on one energy we could keep our strategy going. There we go. We know he has those two things in hand, so that's actually getting 7 cards and bringing back energy. Absolutely not. Yes, he gets access to some more cards, but we also get access to some more things. Let's look. Beautiful, taking that. Let's look at what else he has. A boss, so he can boss and stick us, and Squawk. So we're expecting the boss. We have this for energy. We have to retreat. We're not going to put anything else that'll make us a liability. So let's go. We know he's going to boss next turn. So there we're going at it. So we have no surprises coming. Like no surprises. Boss. If he doesn't boss, he's kind of put himself in a shit position. Right. Don't see why he did that. Don't at all see why he did that. Alright, so now we don't need necessarily to do anything, but what we're going to look for is an Arven, because we want switch, and we also want anything else that would help us in this situation. So let's see what we could get. Alright, even though we don't want to argue with that. That's generally a good card. So let's go up. Take this, take a special energy. Again, we can't use it right away, but what that gives us access to is evolve, so that keeps us from dying. Next, we go into this, which again perpetuates our luck. We're not using this because this field card actually does damage to any Pokemon that enters, and we don't want to play one of these and just give free damage to him. We let him though damage his own Pokemon. Again, no worries. Akuna Matata. Alright, so now we're seeing access to pretty much nothing. We'll have to slow roll this, I guess. But what we do have is a hammer, so you'll try to keep the energy off, keep the pressure off. Yeah, lose some of those cards. We want to play that shuffling game. Discard two of those. Again, we just trying to minimize resources they have left. Nice. So even in the issue where in the event that he gets rid of one of our bosses, we'll be able to actually keep things a bit civil. But again, we go in full item lock, and these energies are lost unless he evolves into a Duraludon. And the items he used, supporter actually just shuffles to bottom, so that means we know one Duraludon's at bottom. And again, we're not seeing anything unexpected there. He's freeing himself to use an item, but we are not concerned about that. Again, bring that up. Take this evolution. We will do the free retreat. Well, not free, cost 1. And we will give him, it does 220, right? So it's at 60. This is going to die to a hit. We're not going to give him that for free. We're actually going to save that for him using another boss. Because remember, most people play 2 or 3 bosses. That's 2 bosses gone. Meaning his only out now is Counter Catcher. And we aren't concerned about that. Now that's 80 damage. 1, we can bring back our Metal Energy and fuck him up. Oh, we don't need to. So we're not going to waste our items. So we'll take this knockout first. And then we're going to try and take a knockout on that other one. Remember, he can't nest ball and bring anything out. He's completely trapped. Even in this situation here, even if he evolves up and pulls out 2 energy, he's going to go to 220. That can't knock us out. We are going to hit him for all cadet. See? That's why we're not playing that. We're going to actually hit him for, that would be, we want to take the 160 here, because we actually want access to that prize. Let's take a peek at his hand. Stretch and I think again. Okay, so we'll take the risk. We assume the risk and responsibility here, and take these 2, turn on the deck, as well as set ourselves up for a good turn. Because remember, once he hits us twice, we're in range to die to his Archelon. Sorry, no, I keep saying Duraludon, Archelon. But what we're trying to do is drain off the resources. Beautiful. So this is his last turn there, because what we're going to do is actually search for our A-Spec. That's the Luck Spell Bomb, put it on him, and that guarantees that he won't be able to do anything he wants to do there. Alright. Nice. So, well, we drew it. So, let's give him a prize. Take the hammer out because we actually want to check it out of that dark energy. Take this. Yeah, that could start prize. It's fine. Not the biggest problem in the world. Let's see if we're lucky enough. not lucky enough. So he will get that prize next turn, but we have Fez to draw 3 cards, so we are unconcerned about that. And this is our guaranteed win right here. Because with this, he no longer has access to those energies in the grave. And I think more than likely he has already used up all his bosses. So, we good. Take damage off, kill that. Pull 1 prize, hope for the best. Again, we know what's in his hand. And kill himself on his own terms. Nice. That was very loud, that was me clapping. Didn't realize it was the motherfucker clap on the night table. Damn, even that. Even that. Alright, so that would have carried us over into the next division. And again, most of the time nobody beats you, you just beat yourself. Because you misplay or you overcorrect for some things. Wow, we're only 6 minutes into the stream, so let's keep going. Let's see how far we can do it for the hour. Just taking a peep at the stream and how it looks there. I don't know how to make these into videos, or I try to cut the videos down shorter, because when I play these streams, it's usually like an hour gameplay, and sometimes a single game goes for like 20 minutes, or like 25 minutes, sometimes even a half hour, and that's not really that good for me to share one single game that's boring sometimes. You want to go first? No. Take first, dog. I don't want to get down to that. I really like to lock off items. Because the common misconception with this deck is they see the thing that locks off items, so they panic and play all their items in one turn before Iono anyway, and just lock them off. The point is to get rid of your items. So whether you use them or you have them stuck in your hand, I'm happy with either option. So let's see what second mulligan was. Okay. So again, we have this here, we set up. The only issue we're seeing is that we have a hand shuffling option. So depending on what he does, we're going to either look for the deluxe spellbomb here, or we're going to search for Iono with this. So let's see what he's playing, and then we decide what our proper course of action is. Oh, okay. So this will be Raging Bolt. This is actually not that bad of a match. So we actually have a card specifically for this matchup in the form of our Clefairy, Lady Clefairy. So the Lady Clefairy is actually pretty good for us. And that's what I was saying. I'm not going to Iono. Iono will be terrible because we're going to give him more cards. Unless he does that, then we're going to Iono for sure, because I have no problem with taking away options from him. So this is definitely going to be the option there, because we're going to use that to bring our Clefairy if there's a dragon type in front. Because right now we need to try and break the stadium, and we're keeping track of this. So that's 2 satyrs gone, meaning he has only 2 more satyrs left, and that also means that he's relying on Palpad and Crespins. So now the option is we can Iono is looking super sweet now, because he's keeping that Noctowl in hand. And we won't lose any cards, but we gain cards instead. Nice. So again, we unfortunately only have 1 stadium in hand. So let's thin the deck out first, because again, we know what we're going for. Item lock is for sure. Now what we're going to look for is if the next card is what we want. And the next card seems to be what one of the cards we want. We'll take a boss instead. We'll gladly take the boss instead. Because again, we don't have the option of shuffling him up. But the option we do have is we know he has limited energy. So we'll take the item lock and set him up for a knockout next turn. But again, he's going to evolve, he's going to do foolishness, he's going to evolve, get Crispin, and yeah. Evolve, get Crispin, get I don't know what else. Maybe Crispin and I don't know. Actually, I don't think of Crispin as the card he went to get. Because if he's not playing Crispin, he's kind of hosed. Because we are expecting two electric. Okay, so you can kick over Seda as well. So maybe a Crispin Seda and use that to keep himself up and about. But again, what we going to go for would be something to keep the pressure off. Because now we have the choice, yeah, you see that. Now we have the choice of actually it's not much of a choice. We have to go for that. We have to go for the we have to go for the play that'll get us the most options. And right now the play that'll get us the most options would be going for the nest ball and the going for the nest ball as well as the lock spellbound. Okay, so this is actually pretty tough. We could also shuffle his hand because he did add a bunch of resources. We're going to get 6, he's going to get 5. So you lose 3 cards and we get to see a couple more. I think we need to go for the bigger play. We go for the bigger play. That gives us the most, makes him lose the lead, makes him lose the most, and gives us the more options. There we go. Nice. So that was actually a good play there. So first thing first, before you give him any other choices, let him dump his bench. So that means that nice. So that's 1. So he has 2, 4, that nice. Next, we take a look at his hand to make sure we'll see what comes next. Oh, Latias. We take that Latias for sure. And Jamin Tower. Okay, so Jamin Tower, and he can bring back 2 energies. Okay. So that means that he doesn't get a retreat. Our next option, let's bring this. So going for that other option would have been trash. Made the right choice there by using the IU. Okay, cool. So next, what we want to do is also hammer off an energy to kind of keep. Damn, we didn't get that. Oof. Alright. We know what he has in hand, which is a Ditto and that other thing. We don't necessarily need to get rid of that. So we'll not do anything else. You hit for weakness, and the item can be used to bring back energy. So we have a decent shot now. We have a decent shot. He can retreat, he can place energy, and we have an item lock 1. We know for sure the bottom of his deck is that Pokemon, the Latias. So we can hold him off for a bit. He can't use the tool jammer here. That'll free him up so he could possibly get another knocked out. There we go. But it isn't going to be the best strategy. And he has the knocked out. Christ almighty. That's an amazing top deck. I will give him that's an amazing top deck. Because I sure as fuck didn't see that coming. See there. Whew. I don't think he could draw into it because I believe he used most of it. Yes, he didn't. He can't. Alright, so we also don't have too many options. So here's what we're going to do. 0 sec, because we need to get rid of, again, we're trying to keep him off the explosive turns. The name of the game is keep away. We want to keep him away from those explosive turns. As long as he doesn't have an explosive turn, we are good. So all those cards he drew, beautiful. And now let's take a look at his hand and see what remains. Alright, so now we know learning field card doesn't help. He has Nest Ball. He's going to discard and draw. So let's do this. Boom. Nice enough. I see notification that like my connection unstable. So let's try to limit some resources that are being used. Turn. Duck's Problem is utterly useless. Oh, switch. We should. We take this now because we don't have anything below that up, so Duck's Problem is not the best. Nice. So we'll try this again. We're going for onto that electric energy. Alright, so we're not getting that. Here. Let's go here. You take the full knockout. Alright, so we'll see how this goes because we kind of stuck here. He had a shuffle, so he might have a decent enough chance. So he can actually attack our bench or hit us in the front. So let's see what his choice is. I think more so he will try to... Yeah, there we go. See that prize. Alright. We have this option. Nice. Take this energy off of him. We will actually let's turn the deck out first. 1, 2. Let's draw 3 cards. Nice. This on him, that's the anti-knockout. We will go. We'll bring back one of these guys. There we go. And we'll take that full knockout there. So again, this is a kind of complicated series of plays here. Because he's trying very hard to get access to as much cards as possible to try and take his knockout while trying to keep us from it. So my next play will actually be trying to set up the Clefairy so that I could actually take a knockout on the bolt in the event that we have to. Scan on to 2. Nice. So we'll take that. Because what we actually want is not giving him easy access to stuff like that. So he doesn't have any special energies in deck. So ditch that. 1, 2. We'll add 1 to here. Because again, we won't be able to actually do an insane amount of damage on this turn. Let's put on Clefairy, so we can retreat into that when you're ready. And we'll save that iron for when necessary, which will be next turn, because we need to get the option now and his Raging Bolt and Iono. And that's the main thing there. We have the knockout Raging Bolt and the Iono with a decent amount of stuff. Okay, so here's the boss. Okay, good job, good luck. There we go. So here's the boss in hand. So I guess very, very powerful turn next turn. But he's not going to get that. So first things first, him up. And we already have to remember that's the buttons. Here's the counter. We are taking the Raging Bolt because that's the biggest attacker possible. Will I keep as much stuff as possible? I'm playing that one because if he breaks the stadium, he's giving us the win. There we go. We take 2 prizes. I believe we haven't used bosses yet, so we'll see. So let's look. That hit won't kill us, so let's look. I see 1 boss. We have 1 more boss in deck. Our deck's down to 16. Nice. 150. That's not too bad. So now we need to see as much cards as possible. Alright, so now we will go into look. No boss. Damn, let's see what you have there though. You have a de-evolution. Alright, so we are only on 2 prizes. This is tough. This is tough. Mm. So we can get damn, we didn't have that there. Let's see if we can get it. There's the boss. So this will be a controversial play, but is the only one that could get us to get us to where we need to be. Unfortunately, we give access to items, but we have the win in our hand. So, enter. We have the actual win in our hand. So let's see. Let's see what he's planning on doing there. I don't think there's anything he can really do at this point, because I believe his bosses are gone, and we are. He must have a counter catcher. Actually, we haven't seen it. Oh, we have one boss. So let's see. He has no more draw power. There we go. And that's our win there. Whoop. Alright, so sometimes those risky plays pay off. We are taking this bird, and that's our knockout there. So yeah, carefully choreographed, and that win carries us just about into an hour of gameplay. Again, thanks. No one tuned into the stream, but I have a better idea of like settings and all that kind of stuff. I could also, I'm going to actually cut this into some more gameplay, so we'll see how that goes, and we'll keep the stream nice and short. I'll like a minute again, so using the minute I'll go back 3 deck list. Okay, deck doesn't actually have any upgrades, so we're going again. There is nothing new in the deck. This is the same item log deck I had in my previous video. 6 psychic energy, 4 of these, 2 1 1 2 4 4 2 3 1 1 3 2 3 2 2 1. We have 3 more of these. 1 1 1 1. 4 copies of Jalissa and Fresh, and 1 of those. And that will be it. Thanks for tuning in. And I'm trying to catch this stream on exactly an hour. So let me see if I can count this down. 5 4 3